This is Mr. Beck Does Your Homework, AP Physics, homework number 3.2, question number 6. A box of books weighing 367 newtons moves at a constant velocity across the floor when it's pushed with a force of 447 newtons exerted downward at an angle of 26.5 degrees below the horizontal. Find the coefficient of friction between the box and the floor. So here's my box. I've got gravity down. I have a normal force up. I have this push force, which is down, and we'll say down to the right. And I've got friction over here to the left. The only thing I know is the force of gravity is 367 newtons, and my push force for me is 447 newtons. Now, the push force is my monster. I'm going to want to split that up, and this is 26.5 degrees, that theta. So I've got a push force here that is coming from a force in the x direction and a force in the y direction. So I can take my push force and say that my force in the x direction is going to be my F push times the cosine of 26.5, and my Fy is going to be my F push times the sine of 26.5. So now I know my Fx and my Fy. So now I could redraw my free body diagram, and what I've got is a normal force up, I've got gravity down, I've got friction to the left, I have my Fy, which is also down, and I have my Fx, which is to the right. It's moving at a constant velocity. That's good to know. That means that my Fx is going to equal my Ff. So I know that Fx is going to equal my Ff because all the forces are balanced. I also know that up and down, my normal force is going to be my gravity plus my y, because these two are down and that one up. That one's up. So let's see. I know Fx, I know Fy, I know Fg. So that's this one and this one and this one. So now I can figure out my normal force. I'm looking for my coefficient of friction, and I know that my coefficient of friction is going to be the force of friction divided by the normal force. So mu is Ff over Fn. Well, Ff is going to be Fx, and my normal force is my g plus my y. And I think you know all of those variables so far, so now you can solve and pretty easily get to your coefficient of friction, because it's going to be these.